Welcome everybody back to another Minecraft video. Before we start, I literally cannot remember what I said in the last video. All I know it was something kinda important, but it's probably about the future of the channel. I'm gonna start editing stuff. I need a banner, I need a better skin, I need thumbnails, I'm probably gonna revamp the logo and my username and all that. Just so I can make everything a little more streamlined, make it look better. But it's probably going to take more time, so I know I'm late with this video, and don't expect any other videos to come on time, because I suck at just keeping on schedule. Anyway, we're back on the survival world. This is what it looks like now. There's a bunch of trees everywhere that I planted, and I've been working on beautifying it by just using bone meal everywhere, so that's what we're going to do today. But we might do some building on other sections of the area, and I will show those to y'all when I come around to them. So obviously all these areas right here, they look a lot better in general because of all the grass on them. And if we just go up this hill somehow, we have this nice little wall right back here that I tried to detail as best as I could. I don't think it worked the best, but it worked better than I thought it would. And we made a little door in here, and we've outlined a little street that we're going to rework and maybe make a little cave into this tunnel over here. And we're also going to make these all into buildings and towers over here with small streets in between. We're probably going to transform this area into some sort of courtyard or garden or whatever. In other words, we're just going to build like a miniature castle behind this wall. It's going to be pretty epic. And we've put a bunch of torches right there just so any mobs won't spawn, but then again, like, they won't anyway, because this world will probably never move off peaceful. And I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm probably gonna have to switch to creative or whatever, so I can fly up here. But okay, you can barely see it from here. But if I go up close, this is where all my diamond blocks have gone to. So I've been watching a lot of Hermitcraft lately, and I saw their little diamond throne, and that gave me an idea. I could put all my diamonds into this little mountain right here, and I could build something around them. So I flattened out this area, put a bunch of snow on it, and that's what I'm going to do eventually when I finish everything down here. Just a little aerial view of the area. And I'm also going to work on placing some more lanterns after I finish the beautification of this area. I'm going to place some more lanterns because this place is really dark and kind of annoying to walk through at night, and even in the daytime because shadows. And obviously, y'all can also see there's a little cobblestone bridge and pathway over here. And this is going to lead through this little area, over these rivers, through this savanna, past this little mountain right here. It's to our right. And once we get over here and it starts morphing into plains, all of a sudden, voila, we have a dark oak forest. I've chopped down some trees in here, but I've ceased to chop down any more. Instead, I went to the mansion for that. Because, you see, if we fly in here enough, there's this little clearing right here. And I thought, you know what? Even though it does need a little flattening out, there's enough space for like a decently sized build in there. And we have this nice thick forest out around it, so I didn't want to take that thickness away from the forest. So I just left it there and found a forest mansion in a completely legitimate fashion. Just don't worry about it. So anyway, this is going to be like the large mega build, kind of in like a Hermitcraft vein, once we finish the main village over here. Now, the main village actually has like functionality. No, I have enchantment tables, I have storage rooms, I have a mushroom farm, and all that. But that area back there is probably going to be purely decorative unless I make some sort of like redstone operated farm. Same thing with this castle over here. It's going to just be decorative because, you know, I felt the tower was a little bit too offset to actually like helm over this whole thing, so I thought a castle would be better. And maybe eventually, if I get enough diamonds to sustain this little pile, or miniature mountain, I'm probably going to build something around that, and that might become a spectacle. And aside from that, we've, even though I don't think I'm going to use this for anything, I've also cleared out this little area, flattened it, and made a little layout for a cottage up there, so I think that'd be cool. Just have a little house sitting up on the cliffside. And I don't really know what else I will do aside from that, because after we leave this artificial dark oak forest, kind of merges with this little patch of trees right there, we have plains for a little bit back here, and it basically merges into desert on all sides. And I think after we pass this sand pit right here, we eventually come to an ocean. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out. And I know behind us there's just a bunch of mountains, some of which have snow on top, so you could probably use those. And over here there's this mixed forest, there's a savanna, there's a dark oak forest, and I think there's ice spikes beyond there. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna eventually expand, maybe map the place out, so I can like actually have places for different builds. But I have no idea when that will be coming, because you know, like I said at the very beginning of the video, there's a bunch of changes that are gonna have to be made here. And another thing that I didn't mention in the first video is that I'm probably gonna swap from the current commentary style that I'm using to something else, because even though I like this drier, more sarcastic style of commentary, because you know I'm a Technoblade fan. I admit it. I'm not ashamed. But yeah, I'm a Technoblade fan. I like his videos. I thought his commentary style was entertaining. I didn't really see enough of it among the YouTubers that I watched. So I decided, you know what, why not try to emulate that? But then again, I'm kind of copying it, and I don't feel the best about that. I feel like it's worth trying to come up with something more original. And I also feel like it doesn't really suit me because it's kind of forced, and it's harder to do than natural commentary. So I'm probably just going to do a sudden swap in style or whatever, so be prepared for that. Please don't be shocked or surprised or whatever. It's probably going to be in the next video. Don't worry. But yeah, hopefully y'all will like that better. I understand some people enjoyed this style of commentary, but that's probably just going to go away unless I can somehow get better at it. But I hope y'all can like rock with a new style of it or anything. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. But we're just walking around beautifying this for now. That did nothing. There we go. We're just going to walk around beautifying this area for now. We're just going around planting stuff, flowers, grass, or occasionally growing some of it to make it taller. Because, you know, that looks better. It's kind of like, it's not interesting without a little bit of tall stuff every now and then. And it makes it a better place to walk through, you know? So anyway, I'm probably just going to go through here and just spam, like, jitter click or whatever, but yeah. Let's go. So anyway, I hope the commentary switch isn't way too bad when it happens, and when it does happen, I love it if y'all could just like tell me what you think or whatever, and how it suits me, because feedback is great. It's really great, because I don't really know like how everything would turn out if I don't have any feedback. And I've had some feedback so far, and I welcome more freely. So if y'all have anything to say about the videos, how I could improve them, then feel free to speak out. Do not be afraid. Like I will accept your criticism, and I will try to fit to that as best as I can, if that's what makes y'all happy to watch my videos. Even though there's not many of y'all, there's maybe like 1 or 2 that I've seen, because the view count and subscriber count has kind of been dropping lately. But that's probably due to a lot of the subscribers enjoying Lily's content more. And thanks to that, I guess a lot of them just don't like this, so they're leaving the channel. I guess that's to be expected whenever some sort of change like this gets made, but it's something I gotta live with. And maybe I'll win people over eventually. I don't know. Anyway, I think we need to find out a way to like fade this out. I don't want this all to extend everywhere, like among this entire plains biome. So I'll probably start curling it. I think I'll start curling it around here, if I can. Oh, that's nice. I never noticed that. If I make this grass taller right here, it doesn't use any bone meal. 8 bone meal right now. 8 bone meal. It is like literally done nothing. That's great. I like that. All right. Anyway, there we go. Let's make sure it goes up a little more. And I think we could just do a couple right here and then start like curling around. I'm trying to do all this as randomly as possible. Like I want it to be everywhere, but I don't want it to be like everything to be in neat rows or whatever. Even though that's not a guarantee because this is bone meal and it is random to a degree. Like I still kind of want like everything to be as random and natural as possible. I wanted to look like this was a flower forest that literally just had a dark oak forest grow over it naturally. You know, like that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So yeah, we're just gonna keep planting this. I'm kind of running out of things to say, which is probably why I should start editing, because then I can just do time lapses and get so much more content in here for you guys without having to talk my mouth off. And in all honesty, that's fine by me. I do not particularly wish to have to talk my mouth off like forever and ever. So maybe I could just like do some sort of challenge thingy where I literally just like make a video or stream or something and I don't say anything for the entire video. That'd be fun, but it'd probably be too easy though. So I don't really find it difficult to stop talking too much. It's pretty easy. All right, I think the forest kind of like merges over here. So yeah, it does. Okay, we'll just kind of go around over here and just spam. This is what truly makes it random right here. Just spamming, just purely spamming crap. No, I don't think I want to take it like too far back. I'll probably just like end it around this tree right here, because I don't want to have like this everywhere, like literally everywhere. Because you know, like look at all this. I would have a ton more plains biome to cover, and I'm just probably gonna run out of bone meal before then. Because I suck at conserving it, and plus, since the world's like on peaceful, unless I want it to be off peaceful, which is like basically never. I don't really have good ways to get bones unless I find bone blocks from rare fossils, or unless I find them in chests when I'm exploring. I haven't done much exploring in a while, so I don't know how likely that is to happen. But yeah, it could. It could. Regardless, I'm still gonna need more eventually. Like I will want a good supply of this. And come to think of it, since I don't really have qualms to turning this to creative and playing however I want to play, so like technically I could just straight up like go crazy with this and just like I don't know, turn on creative, give myself some bone meal, and then just start cheating or whatever, as some people might call it. But I don't care. I have plenty of bone meal. I could just give myself some more since I really don't care too much. This is just a chill world. It's mostly just for building stuff, and I'm fine with keeping it that way. Alright, another stack of bone meal. Let's see, we have 7 full stacks left, and about half a stack left over after that. Alright, I think we'll have plenty to make a good amount of other progress. We got plenty. So yeah, we're kind of fading it out over here. I think I'll drop a few more things around this perimeter. And yeah, there we go. I think we can like kind of successfully wrap it around over here. And add some more tall grass. Because I don't think we have enough of that. The game is starting to lag. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, right before I started playing this game, like today, like I've been playing Minecraft for years. Right before I started recording this particular video, I ran into a bunch of problems because my computer wouldn't start up. I had Firefox tabs open from earlier, so I was watching some YouTube videos just casually earlier in the morning. But I left them open during the entire day, and so I decided, you know what, why not close these? Other people are going to be using the internet, And plus, I don't want to lag out anything I might do by having them still open. So I decided to try to close them, but then my computer just noped out of there and just refused, like literally refused. It would not open Firefox or anything. Like it, the taskbars stopped working. Everything seemed like it stopped working. So I ended up just powering my computer on and off completely, and it finally fixed itself. So hallelujah. This video would not be possible if my computer hadn't fixed itself. So I'm glad it fixed itself, because then I would not be able to play Minecraft. And that would suck, because I've spent a lot of time on this world. I've spent a lot of time on all my other worlds that I have on this computer. And plus, it would suck to lose everything else that's already on the computer here too, if you know what I mean. You know, I have a bunch of stuff for school. I have a bunch of stuff from years and years ago that I made, like art, programming, other stuff, and I would not want to lose that at all. Like it's valuable. It's a part of history, part of Vexatron history. So we're slowly but surely running on a bone meal here. The video has gone over 16 minutes now, but that's fine for me. That's another thing I want to do. I don't want to make the videos too long. Like I don't want to make them like 30, 40 minutes long if I don't have to. I want to make them short enough where y'all feel comfortable watching in one sitting, because like for me personally, I generally don't want everything to be way too long, because if it is, I'll have to just keep coming back to watch more of it, and that'll distract me from anything else I might want to do. So generally I avoid watching videos that are longer than that, unless I just find them like uber interesting. So I have watched a few. Like I sat down for one sitting and watched a little interview that a developer of a mobile game called Clash of Clans had, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I sat down for I think 3 or 4 sittings over about a day or so, because it kept getting interrupted, to watch Flip's World Tour. And Flip is another Minecraft YouTuber that I follow a lot. He's a great builder. Everything's beautiful. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. And I followed a bunch of his tutorials myself, and I've kind of used that as inspiration for my own builds. I don't really know what he'd think about it. It'd probably be a lot of differences, discrepancies he'd find in my builds compared to his. His would be a lot better. But nevertheless, he's still a great builder, and I love his comment. I love his content. I love the way he does his commentary. I think it's super chill. It's super great, and he has that gift of being able to express his thought process, like why he made this decision with building, or like he can just say, okay, I made this decision when building this particular project, and this is how I came to that decision and my thoughts behind it. He can just explain everything perfectly, at least to me, and that's great, because I rarely run into any YouTubers that are able to do that so concisely. I love that. He's able to follow along with everything he does simply and easily. It's really cool. So yeah, I understand I may have pronounced it a little weird, but I think it's just Fwhip, F-W-H-I-P. If y'all want to go check out his channel, y'all really should. He's a lot more popular than I am, but his videos still deserve a ton of recognition. So go check him out, subscribe, leave comments. Like, you don't have to say I sent you or anything. If you do, that's great. I have watched some of his videos myself, left a few comments on my other accounts, so you might know. You might know who it is, but either way, you don't have to do that, but just check him out anyway, because why not? If y'all enjoyed my building content, you will probably enjoy his a lot more, because, surprise, he edits! He edits, so his videos are automatically better quality than mine. He seems like he spends a ton of time on them, and I respect that. I can respect that. So we're still going around here, just planting stuff. I'm kind of going around making some tall grass, because it seems like I have way too much short grass compared to tall grass. I know some of y'all might think, like, Vexatron, come on, look around you. There is literally tall grass everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. But, I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. You can never have too much tall grass. Like, it makes it look better. But I guess technically you can, but it's just, I wanted to spice everything up, and I felt like, you know what, I'm probably not doing enough tall grass, so I went around and did tall grass. And that's what I've been doing. And I don't know what else I'd do in this video. It's nearly 20 minutes long now. I don't want to make it like way too long. So I might run it on for like 2 more minutes. No, not 2. I might like 10 at the most probably. And I'll probably get some like building progress done. At the same time, if I'm able to actually like take care of all this bone meal I have before then. So I may not be able to before that time is up, but I will try my best. I think I've gone pretty much everywhere. Like everywhere in this neck of the forest, so this needs some tall grass. This needs some. This needs a lot. This needs a lot. There we go. Oh yeah, we're back at the bridge. Okay, we're making full circle around. I don't really want to work on the bridge yet. So I want to finish this first. I don't want to be trying to do projects like simultaneously because that would be horrible for my motivation. Like you never know. It might be like the best thing that's ever happened to my motivation, but in general, I think I'm just going to try and focus on this one thing before I move on to anything else, because I seem like in my own mind, I have a problem with doing that. Like I'll get bored with doing one thing and then go try to do something else at the same time because I feel guilty of leaving my other project alone. When in reality, I should just be devoting my focus to whichever project I want to do more. So that is like a big mistake that I've made a lot, and I'm going to try to alleviate that in the future. So maybe I can get more content out of it. Either way, like I said, it's going to take longer because I'm probably going to edit, and if I'm going to edit, I see no reason why I shouldn't make videos that are this long that have more content in them. So that means they should take even longer because there might be hours condensed into a video that lasts maybe half of that. So yeah, like I have no idea how long it's going to take, but I want to at least put in an effort to do something about it. And if anyone can edit videos, was like willing to do it, or even just draw some simple thumbnails or a logo or banner or make a skin for me, because I'm crap at doing all this, that'd be really helpful. That'd be great. I'd love it. But of course, y'all don't have to do any of this if y'all don't want to. There's only a few of y'all, and it might be better to wait to ask for stuff like this until I'm slightly bigger. There's no guarantee that I will get any bigger at all, because YouTube is quite a big place, and there are quite a lot of Minecraft YouTubers. So I am liable to never get a significant amount of subs. I'm liable for this to just never take off at all. But even though there might be some repercussions for this taking off, so it might not always be the best thing if it actually happens, but I never know. Never know until it does. So I guess we'll just have to find out. Alright, we're making full circle again. Right now I'm just trying to like catch all the little empty patches right here, kinda, so I can make sure that everything's completely filled in. But then again, I might have pretty much gotten everything, I think. If I'm over this far, I've already been down here, so I may like decide to fly around so I can make sure I've gotten everything. After all, I don't want to just like spend all my bone meal when I don't need to spend all my bone meal, if you know what I mean. So yeah, okay, this little area needed something. Right, you know what? Actually, I think I'll like combine it over here. I think I'll kind of like combine these areas and make them merge over here, and then make this little overgrown area in. I don't want to do this for the entire plains because that would take a lot of bone meal, like a lot of bone meal. And as I said, since I don't turn this off of peaceful, really, I'm not going to do anything because I need to either explore places like temples in order to get bones, or I just need to like turn difficulty on. And of course, there's always a rare chance of finding fossils, but it's just so rare that I decided it's probably not worth it to do it. But, yeah. If necessary, I can just straight up give myself stuff, because I have no qualms whatsoever. Alright, so it looks like we're down to those 2.5 stacks. And also about 25 minutes here, about 20 seconds away, I'm going to turn on creative mode and see if there's any obvious spots that I've missed or should have done here. Let's take a look around. Alright, so there's this area right here. There's all this area. I should probably get this done. Because my luck, I'll just be flying around and finding mist area after mist area after mist area. And I'll be like, oh no, I'm going to run out of bone meal. Like, I probably will just like get straight up carried away and then lose everything. And then just feel super bad about it afterwards because I can't really like get a significant amount of it back without going through a bunch of pain and hardship. But like, I'm just kidding when I say it. It's not pain and hardship to literally use the /give command and give yourself stuff. In fact, it's much easier. As if I just didn't do that and I tried to get everything a completely legitimate way like an actual Minecraft player would, I would turn on difficulty, get my armor, some food, and weapons and stuff, and go out and beat up some skeletons. But I don't, because I like to chill. I really, really like to chill. It's just a thing. It's just a thing I've always preferred. Like whenever I played Minecraft with my siblings, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to fight. I want to trade. And they'd be like, no, we want to fight. I'd be like, but I still want to trade. And so we'd basically reluctantly trade until one of them decides to like prank the other one, and then everything escalates into all-out war. And yeah, like y'all probably know what that is, particularly if y'all play on servers like 2v2t. But I kind of doubt that a little more because I'm playing on Bedrock Edition, so it's more likely that I have people watching this who play it. And that's mostly because I've like advertised the game when I upload videos as Minecraft Pocket Edition rather than Java for the most part. But I guess it doesn't really matter if I put this as Java instead of PE, even though I'm playing Bedrock Edition. Because like, look, I'm just building. There aren't many discrepancies between Java and Bedrock in terms of building and what you can do there. But if I was doing that redstone or PvP, I would definitely like avoid claiming this as Java, because someone might just be like, oh look, a redstone tutorial for Java, and then they'll find it and they'd follow it and then be like, what the heck, this isn't working, why? And then find out, oh, it's on a completely different version of Minecraft, like for a completely different console. And then that would really put me in hot water, probably, with the little fan base that I have so far. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there was one spot here that I was going to go to and check out, but I can't remember where it was. I think I've lost it already. Hang on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Alright, like we still have like a few blank spots, so we can still just fill those in. And fly around. It's day again. That's pretty epic. I like day. I like my daylight. Let's grow up some more grass around here. I think we need that kind of. And I also want to make sure it's grown up sufficiently around the building, because I kind of like that effect. I kind of like it. So I'm just going to go around like doing that. Yay! Is that blank patch? No, it's not. It's not. Okay. Good. Alright, so we're in the center right here. Obviously, it's not too bad during the day. There's still plenty of light, except in places like, I guess over around here where it really starts to get dark. But aside from that, I think we have decent lighting during the day, but we definitely need to step it up at night, because that just doesn't look great. It does not look great in its current state. Spit bars. It does not look great in its current state. I can't grow anything there. I guess yeah, vines are taking that up. Okay, now I understand. Alright, so I'm back over here. I just realized I'm still on creative. So I haven't been using any bone meal. Nice. Very nice. So it's gonna fly around. I think I've gotten everything. I've already been around here twice. Like almost twice. Just make sure I got everything over here. I think this area was a little sparse when I checked back last, so I think we're good over here on the coast. And even over here around this building, I think we're also good. I'm pretty sure. Just gotta check up and make sure. First building I built on this thing is pretty nice. Pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. Alright. I think we're almost finished, unless I can like somehow find a place where we like haven't really done anything somehow. I'm pretty sure I've flown like everywhere around. There's probably like barely any grass blocks left in this immediate vicinity that don't have any plants on them. It looks cool. It looks very cool. So yeah, I think I've gotten all of them. And also this hillside looks really nice. I need to start like taking care of all this stuff. This will probably be the next project. I think now that I'm finished with the beautification over here, aside from the bridge and adding more lights and maybe some more pathways around here, I think this area is pretty much finished. Unless I want to make renovations to this stuff, which I don't. I think it's fine. So I should be able just to concentrate on this castle and building up a thing around this, the cottage over there, the bridge over here, and whatever I'm going to make over there. I don't know. Like I said, I've watched a lot of Hermitcraft lately, and I'm taking a ton of inspiration for that. So even though I don't have anyone to play with on this world, unfortunately, I'm still probably going to make different theme builds depending on where I am, and I'm going to try to expand out because, like, as y'all can probably see so far, I highly enjoy medieval fantasy as a build style, but I should probably learn to branch out. That'd be pretty nice if I did that. So let's fly back to the house. Maybe like get a few of these grass stalks a little taller. I don't think, nope, we can't do anything on dirt. I don't think that's gonna grow back thanks to being underneath that, but yeah. I should finally turn this back to survival. That would be a good idea. And we have barely 2 stacks of bone meal left, even though we were on creative for a while. So I'm gonna throw this back over here. I need to use all this carpet for something. I don't really know what I'd use it for. Unfortunately, I can't stack it like you can in Java. Like, it looks so great being stacked in Java, but you can't. Like, let me show you. If I just get this magenta carpet right here, like, I can place one. It's fine. But ordinarily, if I place some around it, it'll basically be like snow. Like, it'll become a layer taller until you reach a wool block. But no, this is what happens. It's horrible. Like, who would use this? Who would use carpet in this way? Like, the only way this might look good is in a futuristic building, and maybe if it was like white or blue or something, and you could actually see it, then it might look cool. But that's about the only use I can think of for it in that particular manner. Ladder rotation. So let's put this back in here. I don't think I want to go mining or anything. So yeah, like let's get back to something. Anyway, let me get around. We're at almost 34 minutes now. I think this is where I want to end the video. Thank y'all for watching. Hope this was a good video. Hope y'all rock with the changes that I've made. And like the new commentary, it's probably going to start next video, unless I forget. And we're probably going to be doing videos mostly on this world, because even though I like PvP and I like Skywars, it's just not as fun to play here because it's more stressful, it's less relaxing, and also I kind of suck at it. But building and playing survival, I think I'm fine with that because I played Minecraft for 9 years now. So that's what I'm probably going to do. And hopefully videos will be a little shorter next time. And speaking of next time, I'll probably do some regular old survival stuff, like I'll enchant some armor and tools. I'll make some progress on the castle. Who knows? I might even try and get enough materials to build the Wither. so I can record that for y'all. But of course, I need to make sure to stay far away from the base. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out. Have a great day. Farewell.